This is the 18th annual Nebraska Now It's Wind and Solar Conference. Thank you for coming. And this is a part of a long-standing tradition that we've had as we bring all of the stakeholders together who have different parts and all important parts to play relative to renewable energy. And so with that, let's get started. And the first thing that we're going to do is to have the presentation of colors from the University of Nebraska Lincoln ROTC. Please stand if you would. Join me as we do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. So on behalf of the committee that puts this together, we want to thank you for coming. We've got we think, a good and an ambitious program planned for you today and tomorrow. And of course, we're going to have a lot of presentations, and we also have time built into those presentations for questions and answers at the end of each of the different sessions. And in the middle of your program are the maps that are mighty handy if you're working with the public or the press or just people in general, because it gives you a list of all the projects, what year they came on, what size they are, all of those things for both solar and for wind. And so this is one of the fact sheets that I use all the time, and thanks to the department for putting it together. And also, Aaron, thank you for that little kind of history of going back 18 years ago and kind of what the thinking was. And you can see why we were not as slow as some would be to take advantage of the fact that Aaron did, in fact, miss a meeting. And so we have a lot of talent on this committee. And so as we're thinking about kind of where we're at and where we're going, it's interesting. So for kind of a show of hands to get an idea of kind of folks, how many folks here is this your first conference? A good number. Thank you. So how many folks have been to, say, a half a dozen, about half of all the conferences, would you guess? That has gone on since the beginning. So how many folks have been to every one of the conferences that we've ever had? You can see that's a smaller number. We have more new folks coming in. That's good. So at this time, I want to go through kind of my shopping list of things that I need to cover. But first of all of this is made possible. This is, if you think about it, education is such an important part of every single process that we do together, whether it's public policy or whether it's economics or whatever it is. It all begins with education, and that's the reason it's also at the base of the Farmers Union Triangle. Every successful endeavor begins with education. And so in order to be able to continue to use this conference in an educational way, we partner with our sponsors in order to be able to gain their financial support, in order to be able to keep the price of admission low, So as you do conferences around the country, if you're going to attend conferences, in my humble opinion, of course I could be a little biased, I don't know where you can go to find a higher quality conference at a more affordable price than right here. And that's thanks to the sponsors. So let's give the sponsors a big hand. And I'm going to list them now, just so you know who they are. Our premier sponsor this year, is ISI Solar. With the lanyard bag is Baird Home and Geronimo Power. Lunch is Next Era Energy Resources. Breakfast is Gen Pro Energy and Sand Hills Energy. The breaks are sponsored by Invenergy and Kutak Rock. And the gigawatt sponsors are the American Clean Power Association, Eolian Energy, Fraser Stryker, PCLLO, McGrath, North, Mullen, and Kratz, PCLLO, Mission Clean Energy. Welcome, Mission Clean Energy, you're new. Terracon, under the megawatt sponsors, are Energy RE, Olson, Ranger Power, under kilowatts, HDR, Lincoln Electric System, Nebraska Energy, Federal Credit Union, Nebraska Public Power District, Omaha Public Power District. And as you think about what makes this whole conference work, it would not be possible without the support of these sponsors, so let's give them another hand of appreciation. And now the logistics list. So we have about 330. We'll see how many more walk-ins we get. But we've been averaging in that, in the early 300s to 400. Last year we were, well, according to the hotel, we were more than a little overcommitted. So this conference continues in kind of that trading range. So it's an amazing conference in terms of not only the size, but the diversity of the folks who are always here. And now I've had a bunch of folks come up in the last several days and point out that this is also one of the longest continuously functioning conferences of its kind in the country. And well, that's what I would consider Nebraska nice. It's all been possible because Nebraska nice thinking and participation. And so I want to remind folks to pick up your continuing education forms if in fact you're here for wanting to be able to get that credit. Go out to the front desk. And also we'd like to remind you to turn them in before you leave. Just a small thing, but actually some folks forget to do that. And then there's the all-important, my favorite, the evaluation forms. This is not just a get-rich-quick scheme because we're going to pick 4 winners out of the 4 different divisions. And yes, you're going to get $100, which is, it's not what it used to be, but it's still handy to have. And so the feedback that we get from these evaluations and the comments that we get, the committee goes over all of those. We really do appreciate it. And, we're able to take that feedback every year and kind of help recalibrate where we're at, where we're going, what's working, what's not. And that's how you make constant improvement. And we, as a committee, remind ourselves to not be like the teacher at parent-teacher conference who says, I just want honest feedback about how your child thinks I'm doing as a teacher, and then when they get it, they cry. I hate that. I've been at a couple parent-teacher conferences where that actually happened. It's like, I said, ma'am, you're the one who asked for honest feedback. My kid, he's, he is what he is. I'm sorry. So we appreciate constructive criticism. How about that? That's good. And also, speakers, we are reminding you as we review the videos it really is handy if you speak into the microphone. And when you talk over here, it's really disconcerting kind of to the video. So do remember to speak into the microphone, which also reminds us that this is videoed. This is a library. It is a resource. It is free. It is by year. It is by subject matter. It is an increasingly valuable resource of information. And so we're asking you, I know it kind of cuts into your style, but please use the microphones. Because if you don't go to the microphone, the recording equipment doesn't pick it up. And so then on the video, you have somebody answering a question that you didn't know what the question was, right? So please help us out in that way. And let's see, what else? I think that's about it. And whatever it is I forgot, Anita will remind me that I forgot it, even though she helped put together my list. So, any other announcements that need to be made? Did I miss anything, committee? Very good. We're going to, again, thank everybody for coming, and we're going to now move into the next session, which is market changes in investor strategies. And so with that, committee, go ahead and work their way to the front. Thank you very much.